Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, September 22nd, 2014. Okay, there weren't any announcements on Friday for us to review, and for today there is only one that has a star on it, which is existing home sales. And the home market, has its little breakouts of sunshine, and then there's some clouds that move in. So there's nothing like, it's definitely not a housing bubble, that's for sure. For most of the market, there are some hot spots, like Washington, D.C., where all the money is, and California, where anything that's left over after Washington gets done with it, that's where the rest of the money is. Anyway, so for today, that's all we have there. Now let's take a look at what's going on across the ponds in Asia. We are almost 100% and solidly so bearish. And in Europe, pretty much the same story, although to a lesser degree. Okay, Russell 2000 Death Cross. Death Cross is when the 50 moving average, or drops below the 200 moving average, which has happened. But they say historically, you can call it a death cross, but historically, it doesn't necessarily mean that much. And they looked at it from the perspective of, well, if you went short on the Russell on that day, and then went long when it crossed back up, that you would have lost money most of the time. Well, sure, because you're waiting way too long to react. But I would say pretty much, that's really long-term trading, and I just don't have the patience for it. Sorry. And so, therefore, not very good at it. Okay, let's close this out, and we'll take a look at here's the results from last week. We had one winner, one loser. The winner was a little bit bigger than the loser, so we ended up with $27. Not a real good week, but anything that's not negative is a good week. Even zero. We don't like to lose money, but that's part of the game. So if you want to play the game, you better be ready to lose some money and not make it angry like it did to me a couple weeks ago. Okay, we'll save. I don't know what I saved. But anyway, okay, here we are looking at the futures here in the U.S. Looks like we might gap down at the open. Man, gold continues to sink. It's pretty incredible. Silver is actually down at $17, and oil is down at $91.32, down a tad overnight as well. Okay, we still have our Amazon position here, which has an expiration of this Friday, but I was a little nervous about it on Friday. But looking at the way the market may open today, it might have been riding a Alibaba wave, possibly. I'm not sure. All right, so let's just start right off here with Apple. I'll pop the charts up over here. And there's some stretches. So our normal monthly expiration was last Friday. I believe it was a triple witching. And we need to move this out just a tad more here. There we go. Okay. I need to zoom in just a tad on this side. Let's go back out here. Okay. All right. Still struggling with Thinkorswim about drawings not staying removed or deleted. They've told me now that I need to officially file a complaint. I normally deal with the help desk. I think it's called the help desk or the trade desk. And they said, well, this is too much for us. You'll have to deal with tech support. So I've never actually dealt with tech support before, so this should be an interesting adventure. Okay, so Apple, we have a target set down here. This is slightly questionable. We like to have it go above 80. The green line go above 80 and then come back down with the red line below 20 and then hook up. But for right now, this is our secondary entry with the 70 and 30 level. So we can very carefully consider an entry if Apple does move down into this target area for a 50 delta. If it looks a little weak or something like that and it moves down and we get a hook, then we can do a 20 delta. Alright, so I think I'm probably going to have to make a separate video regarding the 50 and 20 delta, because a lot of people ask me about it, and I think I cover it in several videos. I bring it up not to a great depth of analysis, but I do bring it up, and I guess I'll have to make a separate video on that. Alright, let's take a look at Amazon. Alright, here's our trade on Amazon. We can just bring this into a little bit deeper focus here. There we go. This was a little scary here, but I think it was on a Baba wave. So, are we in a downtrend or are we not in a downtrend? I'm not really sure here. We're definitely very flat. We are definitely not looking for any 50 deltas here, just because the moving averages are just mushing together and price action is in a range. There's no real definite trend here, even on the weekly. The 20 SMA or EMA is kind of wiggling back and forth between up and down. So we're not sure what's going on here with Amazon, but I can tell you that if we get another hook here, we're going for a 20. And 20s are yellow. Come on. So that's what we would be looking for there. So there's sort of a setup. I don't record this as a setup though, but I will be looking at this for a possible 20 delta to add to this position, or probably end up with different strikes maybe up around here. Alrighty then, Boeing. Boeing still setting up for a 20 delta. It enjoyed the fruits of the new highs that came up on Friday with the Russell, with a huge pullback on the Russell. That's interesting. Don't know what to make of it exactly, but Russell usually is a leading indicator. Alright, so on the weekly, the 20 EMA is wiggling around, and actually it looks like on the daily the 50 and the 20 are both heading into bullish territory. But be that as it may, I still would be looking for a bear call with a 20 delta for today. Badoo. Okay. It's definitely in an uptrend, so we have a target set down here for a 50 delta. We need to wait a while on that. Chipotle didn't do our 20 delta here, but as you can see, it would be working out right about now, and it might have, if you would have gotten in on Wednesday's action here, and using our indicators, this is when you would have actually jumped in on this and not back here, because on Tuesday we don't have confirmation on the MACD. So on Wednesday we get confirmation on the MACD. We enter with a 20 delta, probably down here about 640, and the next 2 days are so good that you would probably be able to get out on Friday. and that would have been an expiration of the following week. So in a 7-day trade, and you only need to be in for 2 days to be profitable at maybe 50% or more of your expected profit, that's a good deal, I would say. All right. Now we're looking for, what are we looking for now? Anything? This is no longer valid, so we want to remove this. Okay, so now what might we be looking for? We might be looking for another opportunity to jump in, but we just don't know yet. Definitely don't want to do a bear call on this. All right, Costco. Costco. Yeah, a lot of price consolidation up here around the new high. Yeah. So we're going to stay away from that for right now. There's nothing forming there for us. The Dow, like I mentioned, was at a new high. Gold, we'll take a look at it. It makes me want to cry. Just don't know what to do here. I would definitely not do a bullish trade on gold right now. So, just for fun, we're going to throw something up here with a 20 delta. And 20 delta, like I mentioned, we make yellow. So you have a while to wait on that one. Google, we're looking for a 50 delta down here. Over here. We have a nice new uptrend starting here. We have, this is not a new high, but it's recently a new high, at least for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We have to look all the way back here into July for the previous highs. So we'll see if we get up to those, hit them, and then come back down and maybe retest something. I don't know, maybe around this 580 level here. We'll have to wait and see. LinkedIn. Don't know what to do here with LinkedIn. It's not looking good, so we're just going to take a pass on it for right now. NDX. We have a target set down here for 50 delta. Not quite ready yet. Netflix. We missed a 50 delta here, or a 20 delta. So rather than just delete it, I'm just going to slide it over to here, and we'll look for the next opportunity sometime in the future. I don't know where that came from. There's, see, now it just said there's 110 drawings on this chart. I'm not going to touch it because I'm going to be dealing with tech support. Okay, here we have an alertable trade. So we have missed the opportunity to get in on Friday with a 50 delta strike price. So here we have, we're in a downtrend and a downtrend. So we have a downtrend here. We even have one on the 20 on the weekly chart. And we have the picture perfect entry here that could have been done Friday afternoon, but wasn't. So because I don't like to trade on Friday, so we don't know where this is going to be going today, but if it should make a move below this low, this is intraday chart here, we want to set an alert, say down around here, and we want it to be the last price, and we want it to be at or below. So we have an alert set for today on Priceline. Now, should this alert trigger at the open or any time before 10, the rules say we wait till after 10 to do the trade to see if the trend for the day is going to at least continue, because many times, I'm not saying always, but many times, by around 10 o'clock, the trend for the day is established. It's more often times than not. Sometimes the market will turn around midday, or a particular underlying will turn around midday, but it doesn't happen very often. More times than not, the trend is established by 10 o'clock. So we will wait till 10. All right, we have the Russell here. Okay, the Russell, this is still enterable here, I would say. I didn't put it on my 20 Delta for Friday. That's really kind of strange. But this is definitely a move that we may want to get in on, seeing as how we have a death cross. So let's take a look at this for today. We'll put it down. And after 10 o'clock, if it's headed down, we'll throw a 20 Delta on it. I have a feeling this is going to be a good week for trading. Look at, we're already down 52. That changes a lot of times too, but that's most of the times. Last week when I was seeing the market look like it was going to gap down, and then it inched up as we came towards the open. This time it's inching down, it looks like. How about SPX? What's this one looking like? It looks like I'm not going to be doing... I'm taking this off of here. This was a real shot in the dark. This was part of my normal bearish market bias here. In reality, what we should be looking for is something down here with a 20 Delta. And 20 Deltas is all that we trade on the cash indexes. And looking at past results, I think I should just trade the cash indexes right now. Those are the ones that are giving me winners. All right, Tesla re-added to the A+ list recently. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? We are very choppy, so we can say that we will be watching for this. Actually, no. This didn't even get to 70. I'm taking this off of here. How's that? Don't wait to see what's going to be happening here. Watch it for a while. And last but not least for today is Visa. Don't know what to do with Visa. It's sort of drifting higher. It's not a real strong kind of move, and it's very choppy while it's doing it. I just want to stay away from that kind of trade for right now. There are other opportunities out there. So we have an alert set on Priceline. We have 20 Delta possibilities on Amazon, Boeing, and the Russell 2000 or RUT cash index. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.